you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men have been to jail before? Whoa. And all the motherfuckers you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You gonna approach the dog with some bump, alright, they're gonna click. 911, all over some dump. Ain't that some? It's remind me of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, alright, Slim? So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act the fool.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Chargers. Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. This is the first carry for the rookie from Florida. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Here we go, set. Hut, hut.
Back-to-back carries here. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Still fighting forward. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Trouble. 38. Black. 95. Hut, hut.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Ready?
Throwing his lands. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. George Pickens the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on an opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up.
Ready? Fix the Eagle! Fix the Eagle! Dragon 60! Ready?
Milroe now to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Ready?
Milroe throwing on 3rd down. On the screen, this is Sampson. Spins out of one stop. Continuing to dig, he's inside the 25. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Come on.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. They get to him behind the line, Brock. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ball game.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
To number 84. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Get it. Go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Headed out right. He's making a bid for it. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints start off well, tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Yellow, 43.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, that run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Let's go now. Black, 95. Set.
Another carry for him. All right, short on marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Let's go. Hut.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Setting up the screen. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Set, hut, claws, 10. Ready?
And you just get the play off. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
Yellow, 10 cycles. Set, hut.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hits his running back. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a second quarter lead. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Saints 7.
The Chargers just about ready. And there they go, sending it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
On the jump.
1st and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Milrow from the gun. This is a heater going deep. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60. Go.
They'll throw 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Takes it in at the 21. And you love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Set, ready. Black 40. Hut.
Here's Lance now. It is caught left side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his.
Scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And from where that fumble came, Brock, zero chance they were going to turn a profit on that play, right? But at least they did get it back. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now they got to be special.
In my circle, you can't fit. Don't too many be on some anti.
Scammer, dripping money cloud splash. I'm covered in bells, but I'm clever. Vendettas, raw draws, whatever. I'm a rebel, but better. If I go federal. I pour up.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Chargers. Everyone still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Okay, fight. 97. Red. 38. Set, huh?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Striker. 3-3. Yellow.
Now it's Lance. Connection made to the rookie from Iowa. And he is down to the 30-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here we go. Here we go. Black. 95.
Lance. He's got it at the 5. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal.
Hut, hut.
There's a give up the middle. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
50. Green. Set.
Go to him again. And this time he's going to score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you got to love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. Go play action here. It's Milroe. Buying some time right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. 2nd down run gets him 5. Now they've got 3rd down.
It's really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and got a nice little gain on the ground.
3rd and short, it's Milroe. Escapes the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Saints first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Forced out to his right. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Short pass brought in. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. From the gun, Milrow. Finds him over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry.
60 vices, 60 vices. Cowboy 80. Good.
2nd down carry for Sampson. Running in the red zone. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish off their opening drive. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lance. Johnston brings it in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's go now. Ready.
Another run here from the gun. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Let's go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
And this kick gets past the 20. It's going to reach the 18-yard line before it's touchdown. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Milrow looking to throw. He's got a man left. By a man, he's in the clear. Jukes away from one. And he's out of bounds with a big gain on the final play of the first. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Putting a receiver in motion. Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Saints first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Starting on the ground here with Sampson. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Packer 60.
Off the play fake, Milroe. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. On the screen, this is Sampson. And this one doesn't go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Set, hut. 60 red. 60 red. Striker, ready?
Running it now out of the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Back 10 cycles. Blue 32. Ready.
Here's Lance. Completed to his running back. Racing down the left side. And he can't get the touchdown, Brock, but plenty of yardage. He goes out down near the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
52 blaster. Let's go. Set, go.
From the red zone now. Brought in. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a second quarter lead. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
Chargers 14, Saints 10.
The Chargers just about ready. And there they go, sending it away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First and 10.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. First.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
It's Sampson running out of the gun. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. That throw behind his intended target.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Track. Gotta be lying. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go but for a sack.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Ready. Drill. 52 blue.
Here's Lance now. Hits his running back. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the 1st. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Slide. 97. Here we go. Here we go. Punt.
To the air. Lance. He's got it. Complete to Pickens. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. And that penalty is going to go ahead and put them right back where they started. It's 1st and 10 again.
Go! 19.
Again to Sampson here up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
It's a design keeper for Millwall. And he'll still have some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, set. Cougar
Tight end in motion left.
Ready.
Milroe throwing on 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to run for it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
That's taken at the 15. I love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Here we go, set. Trouble, 38.
Lance! On to the left side, and Johnston has it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
10 seconds. Set, ready.
Plowing up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
46-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Strike, come on, set. Ready.
Throwing off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the grab in bounds left side. This play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
27-yard line.
Fight, 60. Here we go, opposite. Check, 33, yellow.
Hand off to the back. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Watch out now, 50, really green, ready. 45, white. Set.
Throwing his Lance. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target.
It's 4th down. The Chargers selected to try for the field goal. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. one last play before the break.
60 Eagles. Let's go now. Viking 18.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. The final throw before the break. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Let's go. Kennedy lying. Kurt 19. Kurt 19. Buffalo.
From the gun, Milrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up second down.
19 Charger. 19 Charger.
On third down, I'll go with Sampson. And the second down run produces 7 before they bring him down. Looking quickly here. Curtin short, it's Milrow. He finds Sampson out of the backfield. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Milrow from the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, can you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Milrow throwing again now on second down. Finds his back complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second and 10, Milrow to throw. Taking a shot towards the end zone. Caught just shy of the goal line. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending first and goal from the 3.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
And he's going to be knocked backwards. This loses yards to the 7. Offense in the hurry up here.
Second and goal at the Chargers' 7-yard line.
Hand off here to Sampson. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Saints cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
White, 60 red, 60 drill green. Hut.
Now it's Lance. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record by 25 straight completions to begin a game.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Ready.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Completes it again to Pickens. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Let's go. Yellow, 4 seconds.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Let's go now. Black, 52 blaster. Hut.
Back to the well again. Gain of about 4. That brings up 4th and 2.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it. He's back to throw. He's got it to his running back. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Here we go.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Buffalo AC.
To throw, here's Milrow. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's good for a new set of downs. for New Orleans. This is the end of the third quarter. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go, 69, Cowboy 80. 19 Lion, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Another throw here on 2nd down. Connects on the crosser. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. He's out of bounds as there's a flag down. This one should be on the defender who jumped early. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down.
Press on 80.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
18 Rattler. Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer. Panther 11.
They are throwing it again. This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Hand off to Sampson. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards. Working quickly here.
Almost at 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
60 Bobcat. Mustang 19. Ready.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That one complete to Diggs. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints bring it back to even. got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Okay,
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Here we go. Here we go. Black, double, red.
Back to work after throwing the pick. He finds Johnston. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Come on, hut.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
To the air, Lance. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal.
Set.
From the red zone on 1st. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. PAT effort coming up. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Bushin-Man is the tight end. He's going left. Milroe with it on 1st. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. And you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
He'll fight ahead for a few. It's 3rd down. He'll throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be taken down.
15. 1st down, Saints.
Ready.
1st down, here's Sampson. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Saints down by 7.
On the set.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
60. Here we go. Set. Get the cover, 19.
From the gun, Milroe. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, The turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a fourth down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
Come on. Hey, 60.
Desperation time here on fourth. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
10 black, fight, 6, 7.
They'll run here on first down. Here he goes again. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
Down. Hut.
Back-to-back carries here. They give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here we go. Set. Ready?
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He rolls to his right. And he's got the Charger first down. And that should be all she wrote in this one.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
52 blue.
So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0.